mock draft 17.0. Feels like it. But we still got a couple months or a month or so till mock draft actually happens, which if you guys didn't do it while you were listening earlier, please, there's an extension. You have an extension cord somewhere under there. Please put draft day on your calendar to come to the Hops Brewing Company and Cafe to watch it with us and drink our beer with us. I just love this stuff. So Ryan, you got a mock draft. You picked one out that you are going to be reading.
I didn't pick this out. You did.
Well, you were supposed to tell everybody that. Okay. So what we're going to do is we have 4-ish mock drafts. We're going to zoom through them. We're going to talk about what we like about them. Would we accept them? And then we'll also, at the end of it, just tell us which one's our favorite, other than one in particular, which is one that I created, but we'll get into that later. Ryan, just take over so I can stop talking.
Cool. Yeah.
You got to say the pick is in for the
I
Lions.
will. I will. Don't worry about it.
He's got it.
So this is
cool.
He's listened. He's listened.
Cool. Okay, so the first one, Lance Cartelli from 24/7 Sports. They have Joe Burrow getting picked number 1 overall by the Cincinnati Bengals. The Redskins picking second and getting Chase Young. Miami Dolphins. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to do this.
They traded.
So the big reveal here is that the Dolphins traded up with the Lions.
Yes.
And they picked Tua. I can't say his name.
Tagovailoa. I would say Tagovailoa personally.
Tagovailoa.
There's no N, but I feel like there should be.
Tagovailoa.
I just say
Tua.
Tua.
Just Tua.
Let's just keep it at Tua.
Tua.
$2 off your beer.
So the Dolphins pick Tua and then get $2 off the beers.
What did Lance say about that?
So here's what they really said. This is where the draft really starts. The Dolphins decided to trade up with the Detroit Lions for the Alabama signal caller. Despite the lack of arm strength, Tua is a master at using his pinpoint accuracy to slice up opposing defenses. So I think that's kind of like the most expected trade down scenario that we could think of here.
Yeah, and really, I think, in my opinion, there's going to be a trade. The Dolphins will trade up at some point. Will it be with us or the Redskins? I think it will be interesting because I think there's a lot of teams that need quarterbacks. And the Lions are in a good spot.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
So number 4 pick, he has right here the New York Giants trading down as well, trading with the Los Angeles Chargers, and the Chargers selecting Justin Herbert.
This
surprises me.
Interesting. That one's very interesting.
I haven't considered that, and I'm not sure why they would trade up.
It doesn't make sense because where were they at? They're at 6, right? So they're trying to get ahead of the Lions. I don't understand that. Or are they just trying to stay ahead of the Carolina Panthers that are also looking maybe to trade up for someone like that?
That's probably the more likely.
It'll be interesting there. They take Justin Herbert. What's next here?
So the pick is in. With the 5th overall pick, the Detroit Lions select Jeff Okudah, DB from Ohio State.
The
Ohio State University.
What does he say about that pick?
So the draft is playing out perfectly for the Detroit Lions so far. This is his words, not mine. After trading back with the Dolphins and picking up some valuable draft assets, the Lions are still able to select the guy they would have originally drafted at number 3. Okudah is easily the best cornerback prospect in the draft, and Detroit desperately needs help in the secondary.
Okay.
Now, this trade, they have the 5th overall pick in this scenario. They picked Jeffrey Okudah, the one that we kind of, or at least myself, I established that this is the guy I want.
Yes.
In this scenario.
They got him at 5.
In the draft. They got him at 5. And then they also were able to get the 18th overall pick in the draft as well. First round.
I thought this one was really interesting because most of the time that you see the Dolphins trading up, the Lions are getting, I think it's 26th overall pick, somewhere around there, which is the Dolphins also have. So it's interesting that they are saying that they're giving up their 18th overall pick for this as well. So very good scenario.
Can I throw out the reason why I think this happened?
Yeah,
in this scenario. So I think it's important the order of the trades. If the Los Angeles Chargers trade up to number 4, that would force Miami to really do something here because they would know the Chargers are getting a quarterback.
So you're saying that the trade to 4 is before?
Yes.
Interesting.
If that happened first, then the Dolphins would have to trade it to Detroit to leapfrog them back.
It forces their hand
and pick Tua.
Yeah.
So I don't disagree with you. I think that's a very good point. I don't understand why the Chargers would do that. Like,
'Cause
why
they-
wouldn't they just trade up to 3 with the Lions?
It depends on what they have to offer. Look what the Dolphins have to offer.
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
With the
okay.
first-round picks.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. All right.
Yeah.
No, so all right. So there's a couple names on here. I'm going to go through those names and I'll let you do the pick is in. So they have the Giants taking offensive lineman Tristan Wirfs. Carolina Panthers actually taking Isaiah Simmons. Cleveland Browns, Mickey
Taking-
Becton. Let's jump down. A couple interesting ones. New York Jets, Jerry Jeudy. And Denver Broncos actually get Jedrick Wills at 15, which I thought was pretty interesting. They have a couple even more trades. You got the Eagles trading up, the Buffalo trading up, and then the Lions at 18 here.
Yeah. I would also include Jacksonville Jaguars, number 9. They picked Derek Brown. That's the other
Okay.
name.
Yep,
that the
that's a
Lions
good
been-
point. Yeah. Yep.
Linked with.
So the Lions are on the clock at 18. You got a couple names off there. Who you got there, right?
The pick is in.
I love this. We do so good with that. This is probably that's one of my favorite things we do.
With the
That's
18th.
it.
It is mock draft 77.0.
Yes.
Something like that.
With the 18th overall pick, the Detroit Lions select Andrew Thomas, offensive tackle out of Georgia University. University of Georgia?
I don't know.
UG?
Georgia University. I think.
Whatever.
Who knows?
U of G, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So with the pick that the Lions received in the Dolphins trade for Tua, Detroit grabs the mauling Georgia offensive tackle. If Thomas can become a better pass protector, a Pro Bowl could be in his future. I think that's an
It's a
understatement.
very good value right there.
It sure is.
You basically got what you wanted at 5, and you added a top 3 prospect in the offensive line core here in this draft, right? Is that safe to say?
Early on, before everything came out with the combine, this guy was supposed to be one of the best tackle prospects that we've seen coming out in the last 4 or 5 years.
All right.
So, I mean, this would be a really big upgrade.
All right. So raise your hand. Do you take this deal if you're a Lions fan?
Do
we
we-
all take that
Okay,
deal, right?
here we go.
That is, yeah, I guess you need to watch to know if we like this or not. Look us up on the YouTube.
We all raised our hands.
Yeah, we all like that one. I think that one is very interesting. I'm gonna put a star on that page because that one's
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
that's a good one.
I think you said it well, though. There's a lot of value there in that
Yes.
first round.
Oh yeah, and if you can get 2 top 20 picks and you're still getting one guy that you would have gotten at 3 anyways, boom, bang, biscuit. I'll take that all day, every day. So now we are going to jump down to Kyle Meinke's from MLive. Kyle, this one's nice and short and sweet. I want you to do this one. Can you do that for us?
No, I'm going to pass on that.
You're gonna pass.
Are these all your notes or his?
These are Kyle Meinke's notes.
I'll
Just
do
read it. I'm going to read it, or you will. So you read
If I
it.
read it, it's going
Please.
to be real short.
Please, Kyle, go ahead.
No. Have at it, Sam.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, I don't want to read all that.
I'll do it again. Do you want me to redo it again?
I wanted Kyle to.
Oh, you didn't want me to.
I really want Kyle to do it.
No.
We're going to sit
Kyle
and
doesn't
wait
want
until.
it.
No, all right. All right, Kyle Meinke from MLive. So these are all mock drafts with trades, by the way. Cincinnati Bengals select from LSU quarterback Joe Burrow. Second overall, Miami Dolphins via trade with the Washington Redskins move up and take Alabama's Tua Tagovailoa. So this is what he says. This is my
Interesting.
7th draft, and I've never mocked a trade. These things are already a crapshoot anyway, so I'm just going to take a pass on making it even messier. But not this year because someone is going to come for Tua. It could happen at 3, as so many expect, but there are just too many teams that need a quarterback too badly, and Tua is too good for someone not to make the trade up for him. Miami's the most likely to do it, and they're going to do it with the Redskins, which means the Detroit Lions pick is...
Hold on. One second.
Did I read something wrong? This is why you should have read it. Don't mock me if you're going to...
Oh, no. You didn't read it wrong. You wrote likely list.
I didn't...
Don't worry. You did it all
You're
right.
good. You're
I
fine.
copied and pasted it, okay? From
okay.
Kyle Meinke. So the pick is in. Thanks for ruining my mojo. The Detroit Lions select Chase Young, DE out of Ohio State from 3rd overall. So this is what Kyle Meinke says about it. He says Todd McShay gives it a 10 to 15% chance of this happening. I think that's ridiculous, assuming Burrow goes 1st overall, which everyone assumes. All it takes is for one team to need a quarterback badly enough for it to happen. The Dolphins, Chargers, Panthers are all picking in the top 10 and need a quarterback. Washington could use Tua as well. There is nothing more valuable than a good quarterback on a rookie contract. And I think the odds are good. Someone makes it happen for Detroit before Detroit is on the clock, in which case the Lions stumble into the best pass rusher prospect in years. What does that say? Coop? Coop? That would, I don't know. It would be great for the Lions, basically, is the way he ends it.
They need it.
We take this one too, right?
They need the help.
We take this one, right?
Oh, absolutely. I'm raising my hand.
Yes, we're raising our hand.
This is what we all kind of. Yeah, I guess
This is
maybe
what- this
it's
is a
nice to have
dream.
2 picks, but this is kind of who you really want.
I mean, this is why we were hoping the Lions would lose and the Redskins would win at the end of the year, so we'd have the second pick.
Yeah.
This is who we want.
Yes, this is who we want. That is perfect. We will all take that one. So, Ryan, you are going to jump in and do Chad Reuters from NFL.com.
All right, so most likely scenario stays true here. Joe Burrow gets taken first overall to the Bengals. Redskins, no trade here. They pick Chase Young. Dolphins, in this one with the 3rd overall pick, traded up with the Lions, and they pick Tua. And so he says that Tua wants to play in Miami, and the Dolphins should want Tua's accuracy from the pocket. If his medical checks are satisfactory, it would not be a surprise to see Miami trade up to avoid losing the young passer to the Chargers, Panthers, Raiders, or Colts.
Stop right there. I thought that was very interesting.
What, the list of teams?
The list of teams. That means so assuming the Redskins take Chase Young, all of these teams will be making calls to the Detroit Lions. It is Bob Quinn's job to get the most out of this trade.
Yeah.
Because, look, those are the easy names. There are also other names that could come in and want to take Tua in this spot. Sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead.
With the 4th overall pick, the Chargers select Justin Herbert. So this is another
trade.
projected trade with the Giants. So let's see. So in this scenario, the Lions have traded from pick number 3 to pick number 5, and the pick is in. The Detroit Lions, with the 5th overall pick, select Jeffrey Okudah, cornerback from the Ohio State University. Same one.
Same.
Same thing.
Detroit at number 3 overall is in a great spot to grab multiple quality draft picks because several quarterback needy teams could be looking to move up to get their guy. In this mock, I see the Lions moving down to number 5 in exchange for a 1st and 2nd round pick from Miami this year, as well as an early round 2021 pick. Detroit gets a hefty bounty and still lands Okudah, the outstanding corner the franchise might have taken in the original draft slot at number 3 overall.
So the interesting one in this, so he has him going down to, I want to say it's 26. I might be wrong. And who do they select for at 26, Ryan?
At number 26 overall.
I think it's 26. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure.
Is this T. Higgins?
Yes.
So this is T. Higgins out of Clemson, wide receiver out of Clemson. He was a junior. This would really help out Kenny Galladay down the field. This is a speed guy.
Yes. Open things up for him. So one thing that I found interesting here, so they got the Dolphins later, 1st round pick, but they also got 56th overall from Miami in this same
too.
draft. So this one went a little extensive with they went edge at 35, they went safety at 56, and offensive guard at 67. I don't want to go with the names, but it's just it was there, so I wrote it down.